We are on a sandy road. Well, if road can even be used to qualify this, but we're on a sandy track on our way to the Rock of Naslaa.
We made it! We are at the Rock of Naslaa, and as you can see behind me, the rock is a really large rock formation that is actually split perfectly down the middle. And so you can see it's almost like a laser carved through with a perfect line down the middle. And they're not sure how that was formed, through erosion or what it was, but it's a really interesting rock formation. And then there's also some rock drawings of a camel and a human on here that have been here since ancient times. Really interesting little rock formation in the middle of a pretty desert.
As far as wildlife goes, we've seen a number of deserty things, like several kinds of lizards, and there was a Schmidt's, oh shoot, I forgot the name of it, a Schmidt's fringe-toed lizard in our camp last night, and now I have found this bright orange caterpillar type thing.
So a few days ago, when we found out that Al Ula was going to be closed for the GCC summit, which is the local leaders of the countries surrounding Saudi, we knew that we weren't going to be able to go to Al Ula, and so we were able to add some fun stops like this onto the way. We're a little over 100 kilometers away from Al Ula, and our plan for tonight is to head over to the western side. And so we're hopeful that we can kind of make our way around the edge of Al Ula without actually going into the city. And so there's a couple roads there, but it may end up meaning that we have a long drive ahead of us today if we get blocked out. When we came to this site, and even though we're still a long way from Al Ula, the security guards there were really nice. They were kind of curious if they were going to be able to let us through or not, but we told them we were just coming to this rock, and we actually told them we'd come back through the same checkpoint. And so in just a few minutes we are going to leave, and we'll head back through that checkpoint. They made sure we knew the number to call in case we got into trouble and asked us to come back through there, and so we're going to do that to respect their wishes and to say thanks for letting us come and visit. And as we're driving out, we saw some more interesting rock formations through here. Found a little arch over there to the left, some cool little towers off to the right. Who knew that there were so many rock arches in this country? All right, so it looks like it's on to plan B. Well, actually plan C or D, or I'm not even sure at this point. We were on our way to a different spot tonight when we thought we would be able to skirt our way around Al Ula. We weren't planning to go anywhere near the city itself, but it turns out because of the GCC summit that they've closed the roads for about 350 kilometers north of Al Ula and 350 kilometers south of Al Ula. It's almost 700 kilometers north to south where you can't travel east or west right now because of the summit. And so unfortunately we had to cancel our plans. Otherwise it was going to be about a 7-hour detour one direction to be able to do what we were doing, and we instead have ended up in Khaybar tonight.
It's not every day that we get to camp by a body of water, and so as we were driving through this wadi, I noticed on the map that there was this big water lake reservoir that was close to us, so we drove over, and it turned out to be a good place to camp too. So I'll let you have a look. There's also quite a bit of bird life here that we've seen. We've seen a lot of little birds flying around this little body of water, but we also, as we arrived, saw some big storks and some herons, and there was like a huge flock of them. So that's actually what drew our attention. We stopped to look at that and then just ended up deciding to camp here.
We've actually been to Khaybar before. I'll post a link up here so you can see our video from when we were here in October. But we Also had a happy accident in that we were connected with someone from Kaust who is actually headed to the Black and White volcanoes. So we're excited about that opportunity. That was something we've wanted to do for a while. It just wasn't on the itinerary for now, but here we just roll with the punches and we try and do what we can. And so we were able to find a nice little wadi with some pretty soft sand, and so that's gonna be home for tonight. One of the really interesting things about Khaybar is the lava fields that surround it. Now, from the ground, as you can see, it kind of looks flat and desolate around here. But what's very, very cool is once you get above the ground, you can see what are called geoglyphs. So here you can see a pile of rocks. It's maybe 4 feet tall, and as you look out over the entire horizon plane there, that's what you see there as well. Now, from the ground, not much to see, but let's take a look at it from above. And so these geoglyphs are ancient structures that were built up to 10,000 years ago. Some of them were used for housing, some of them were used for burial sites, others were used as corrals for animals, some of the first known domestication in the world. And so we are here today, we are looking at some of these geoglyphs in an area where there's many, many, many of what are likely burial sites all connected together.